Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Mhm. No recuerdo si lo apagué. Ah, sí. Okay, now, oops, I forgot about something. What? Aquí está. Okay. Well, I still have 13 minutes before my next break. I should probably rewind this video. Rewind this video. Oh, wait. It's not moving at all. Why not? It was moving. Something happened. Something is going on. Okay, the keyboard is working. My mouse is not working. What's happening? It says it's connected already. Which is weird because I'm not being able to. Yeah, I'm going to add it again, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. I don't remember linking it back to something else, but I don't know. Anyway.
Their terminal to actually
do
this. So I have my Sublime text here and my terminal or command prompt, if you're on Windows, right here. And if I do present working directory, again, this is a Linux and Mac command. So I see I'm on the desktop, which is where my 1.py file is. Now, if I wanted to use the PyJokes in here, and I click run, so let's say Python 3, 1.py, module not found. No module named PyJokes. That's not good, but that's because we installed it for our PyCharm environment, but not for us to use outside of PyCharm. So how can we do that? Well, we can do pip to install from the pypi library, or the repository. So again, if I go all the way up, you see that I have pip install PyJokes. So I can even copy this and just install it for myself here. Now here's the thing, depending on how you have your machine set up, if I do pip-v with capital V, it's going to give me the version of pip, but you see here that it says from Python 2.7. We want to make sure we're using Python 3. So in your case, if you do pip3-v, you'll get the right version.
Okay, let me check that out. And I wonder if I need to run this as a... Oh, wait. My OCD is demanding me to update. Okay. So he says that is Spain. There we go. P3-B, capital B. Okay, 22.0.2 from Python 3.10. So I guess I'm going to be using P3.
pip. So make sure you check that and make sure that you're using with the Python 3 or higher. In my case, I'll have to call pip 3. You can always set this up so that pip refers to the Python 3. But for now, let's say pip 3, and then we're going to install. And here, all we say is the package name we want to install. In our case, it's the PyJokes package. All right, it's collecting PyJokes successfully.
Okay, let's try that. Actually, like this. Install PyJokes. It's not auto-completing anything. Is that the package name? Okay. It downloaded something. I wonder where. I wonder if it's part of the PyCache. Well, that's the cache. And that's some binary. Okay, binary values. Okay, never mind.
Installed PyJokes 0.5.
Okay.
I also get a little warning here. You're using pip version 19.0.3. However, version 19.1 is available. And you might get this. And I always recommend just upgrading. So I'm just going to copy the command that they give us. And I'm going to say pip install upgrade pip. Now,
did I get that? No, I didn't say anything. I guess I have the latest version. The latest version.
3.
Okay.
Right? So I've successfully updated pip. So again, pip 3 v now has version 19.1.1.
Okay.
If I now, let's say, clear here and do pip list, I see that it shows me all the lists of the packages that I have. And if I scroll up here, I see that I have, where is it? Oh, I used the pip command. List.
Pip list. Pip list. But is that going to include pip3? PyJokes. There we go. I see PyJokes over here.
I see that it shows me all the lists of the packages that I have. And if I scroll up here, I see that I have, where is it? Oh, I used the pip command instead of pip3, so let's do pip 3 list. So this is something that you just have to be careful of. You can see pip3 list is looking a lot nicer. Let's see. I see that PyJokes is installed. Awesome.
And wait a minute. I see PyJokes installed with 0.6. Pip3. I have U2DL over here. Markdown. Okay. Oh. There we go. So I don't see PyJokes here. Oh, here it is. It's the same version. I guess that it's available for both Python 2 and Python 3. I guess that's the thing. Okay.
So now that I have this, let's run it. So I can run Python 3 and then say 1.py. Oh, what an appropriate joke. I swear I did not time this. This is just the programming universe telling us something.
Friends don't let friends use Python 2.7. Why? Oh my god. Ouch. Wow. Wait, I know. I wonder if I can send tweets via Python automatically. You know, maybe I can, I wonder if I can do that.
As friends, don't let friends use Python 2.7 because, hey, you should get this joke. Python 3 is the current latest. Oh, that's funny. That's actually, I'm pretty pleased. I feel like we should end the video here because this is just perfect. All right, cool. This is how you install packages with PyPI. We are able to really use the power of the developers all around the world using just a simple command, pip or pip3 install, and whatever package we want across the world, across the internet, we have access to in our projects. I'll see you in the next.
Okay, but I may like to do this one here, the PyJoke. File 11. I think this is by far the best section on the course. It's teaching me a lot, not just importing things. Okay. Py. I may like to actually implement a message here. pip3 install pyjokes. Wait, I can barely read this. Thank you. And there. Okay, so import pyjokes dot. Oh, look at that. I guess I can just import pyjokes. And how do I use this? Okay, let's run that. I want to print out the help file, Python 3. Okay, package contents. One-line jokes for programmers. Jokes as a service. that's a nice one. JAAS. Okay. Package contents. And I may generate them in Spanish, which is going to be great because I speak Spanish. Data, author email. Oh. Classifiers, development status for beta topic utility. Okay. Entry points. Oh, this thing is communicating to some endpoint somewhere. So these are not pre-written jokes. This thing is actually connecting to something else on the internet, maybe. Okay. How do I package contents? Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay. Yes. Actually, I may like to look into that. Okay, usage. Once installed, simply call pyjoke from the command line or add it to your bash src file to see a joke every time you open the terminal. C neutral default neutral geek jokes. Okay. Use the C flag to get jokes from a specific category. Options: neutral, chuck, all, twister, don't twister. You can also access jokes in your own project by importing pyjokes and using the functions getJoke and getJokes, plural. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see the video to see how he used it. There we go. So it's import by jokes. Jokes equals is going to get one joke. Okay, with get joke. Okay, let's try that one. Where is get joke? I guess it's just getting one. Get joke, and here the language. For example, N. I saw ES for Spanish. I saw that here. Wait, it's not here anymore. There we go. Well, it's in Spanish, maybe. Let's try that. Maybe if there is a Spanish here. And okay, thanks for my break. Okay, it's time for the break. What's going on? It's not working out properly. I wonder why. And the application is suffering a lot. I wonder why too. What the hell happened? Oh, I know what happened. There we go. Wow. Okay, I lost an entire minute doing that. No signal? Why am I getting no signal now? Again? Are you kidding me? There we go. I had visual on the main monitor. Thank you very much. Well, I have very little time now, so I made a fusion with something. Where is it? Oh, it's this one here. There we go. I wonder if it would be a good idea to just fusion the other weapon around. Okay, let's see. Let's try to make it bigger. This is going to give me the entire... too much. I may like to increase... wait, what's this? I guess. Do I have money for that? Okay. Oh, super fusion. Yes. I got luck. Well, I don't have money for something else, but I'm going to try this bow right now. I have like a minute and a half maybe. Okay, let's see how... There we go. I have special missions there, but I don't know. I'm missing pieces. Yeah, 54. Yeah, why not? Maybe for the next break I'm going to be able to actually play. But because I think that the loading screen is going to eat another minute anyway. But it's okay. I distracted myself for 5 minutes.
Aquí.
Oh, I don't know how to play with this. Oh, I'm losing time here. I was wasting time. There we go.
Mi poder me acompaña.
Okay. I have a pie joke here. What's this? String neutral. What's the second parameter? I guess neutral is okay for now. And instead of printing, just print the joke. Se abre el telón, aparece un informático y dice, ¿qué habéis tocado que no se cierra el telón? I don't get it. Okay, let's try again. ¿Qué le dice un vida al otro? Nos vemos en el boss. That was actually funny. I guess these are translated from English to Spanish. And it's using a direct translation. ¿En qué se diferencian Windows y un virus? En que el virus funciona y es gratis. Este sí me lo voy a piratear. I'm going to copy paste this one. This is actually funny. Shit. Yeah, it's not a tweet if you're not hashtagging stuff. That was actually a really good joke. I wonder how many jokes can I get from here. Sí. Eso está bueno. Yeah, these are really good jokes. But I wonder, what about English jokes? I guess these jokes are getting translated directly from the database from jokes. Because on the question mark over here, I see a question mark here, but not an open question mark. In Spanish, we use opening question marks. So I don't see it there. That's why I guess, and the first one, I didn't get it, actually. I think that maybe if I translate this into English, it's going to make more sense. Probably. The curtain opens, a computer scientist appears and says that you have touched that the curtain does not close. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a really good thing to have. I wonder if I can tweet from Python. Hey, let's do that. Python. Py, something like that. Python Py. Ah, there we go. Py. I wonder if you can tweet something. Can I tweet something from Python? Okay, I can just do that. Let's try that one. Although I'm very afraid to get my... Wait, what is it doing? Done. Okay. Tweet. Okay. And how do I use it? Post a tweet. Endless mode. What's endless? How to set up? You have to set up that Twitter M file to your home directory yourself to get tokens from Twitter developer. Okay. There is nothing here. Okay. How to set up? I installed it, but I think that I need authentication into Twitter in order to be able to send this. Okay, let's see. Okay. Consumer token. I don't have that information right now. Okay, I guess I'm going to be saving this and probably creating this file later for future reference. But this may be enough to tweet from Python and tweet some jokes. Who knows? Okay. Let's try that offline, okay? Just to, because I'm digressing.
The PyJokes in here. And I click run. So let's say we should end the video here because this is just perfect access to in our projects. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Virtual environments.
The true power of Python. And the true power of Python comes from the community. And the fact that there's so many Python developers that we're able to leverage all these modules, all these libraries that people have built to really do really interesting things so that we can fast track our progress and build some really great projects really, really fast. Something that we're definitely going to do in this course. But you may have a question. This PyJokes that I just installed, this library, I mean, it has version 0.5.0, and this is called versioning in Python and in most programming languages, where the first number is usually a version where if you have bug fixes, you would go from 0 to 1 to 2, so that you update. 5 will be a new release, maybe some added features, and the last number, or based on how you look at it, the first number, the major number, is usually breaking changes or major versions. So PyJokes looks like it's fairly young, it's 0.5, but something like PyCodeStyle that is 2.5 looks like a mature library because they're in version 2.5. And here's the thing, libraries are maintained by people, right? By programmers. We're constantly making mistakes. There's always going to be bugs. There's always going to be things that you can improve upon. So these are always improving. Versions are always increasing. And when you start working on large projects, you start installing different packages, different modules that perhaps only work with certain versions together. So that maybe PyJokes 0.5 is fine, but on a new project, 2 years from now, I want to use PyJokes. But the latest version of PyJokes, well, what can I do? In this case, I can uninstall, let's say pip3, uninstall the old version of PyJokes. So let's say PyJokes. And maybe have a new version of PyJokes that I can install. Now, when I do pip3 install PyJokes, this is going to give me the latest version. Or I can even do double equals and then give it a version like 0.4.0. So now if I do pip3 list, I have the older version of PyJokes. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that sometimes you want for your different projects, different versions of a library.
Okay, but go back a little bit. I wasn't paying attention.
Looks like a mature library because they're in version 2.5.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Libraries are maintained by people, right? By programmers. We're constantly making mistakes. There's always going to be bugs. There's always going to be things that you can improve upon. So these are always improving. Versions are always increasing. And when you start working on large projects, you start installing different packages, different modules that perhaps only work with certain versions together. So that maybe PyJokes 0.5 is fine, but on a new project, 2 years from now, I want to use PyJokes. But the latest version of PyJokes, well, what can I do? In this case, I can uninstall, let's say pip3, uninstall the old version of PyJokes. So let's say PyJokes. And maybe have a new version of PyJokes that I can install. Now, when I do pip3 install PyJokes, this is going to give me the latest version. Or I could even do double equals and then give it a version like 0.4.0. So now if I do pip3 list, I have the older version of PyJokes. Now, the reason I'm showing you this list, I have the older version of PyJokes. Now, 4.0. So now if I do version like 0.4.0.
There we go. Pimp install PyJokes equals double equals and then the version number.
So now if I do pip3 list, I have the older version of PyJokes. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that sometimes you want for your different projects, different versions of a library. Because maybe a project that you started 5 years ago really requires PyJokes 0.4. And this new project that you're starting requires PyJokes that...
Yeah, that happens all the time, not just in Python.
Right now, the way we've installed things, there's only one version on my computer that I can use.
Yeah.
This is what we use for what we call virtual environments. And it answers the question of, hey, how can we have 2 versions of all these packages, of all these modules on the same machine and still have different projects using different versions? Well, there's a tool that you can install called pipenv, which allows you to use pip and also this virtual env to install packages based on each project. So each project has its own packages.
Okay.
Or if you're using PyCharm, which I usually recommend, especially on big projects, you have virtual environments by default. Remember this venv folder? Well, venv folder is a virtual environment created by Python. As a matter of fact,
by
let's say I want to
default.
create a new project. Here, I can create a project, let's say V, or new jokes project. And here, if in the dropdown, you see that I have
a new environment.
So I can use virtual env, which is built into PyCharm, to create a virtual environment. You also see that it has something called pipenv, which I mentioned. But usually you select the virtual environment, and when you do create, let's say this window is fine. When we do create, you'll see that new jokes has its own virtual environment. And now any library that I install in here will have its own package right in here. So it doesn't affect any other projects. If I go to the env.cfg, you see that the environment is set up with version 3.7.
Oh, okay.
This is my home, and we're able to add packages right in here. And you see that, nope, I don't have any PyJokes in here because this is a new project with a whole new environment. If I create a new file, let's say in here, we'll say a new file, and let's call it test.py. And let's say import PyJokes. We'll say PyJokes.getJoke. What was it? Yeah, let's
Get
just copy this.
joke. Yeah.
And if I run this,
It's going to
I get
work,
there,
I
no
guess.
module named PyJokes because I have an entire virtual environment. It's like a separate unit.
It's a separate
Where I can
universe.
install here whatever I want so that it doesn't interfere with the outside world. And
Okay.
usually when you're working on a project, you want to create them in virtual
Okay.
environments like this. Again, this may not seem like a big problem right now, especially if you haven't worked in
No,
the
it's going to
industry,
be a big problem.
this, trust me, is a common problem. where
Yeah,
packages
it's a
are constantly
common problem.
being created, and you have packages that depend on other packages that need to have certain versions. So a virtual
And
environment just contains
dependencies.
all the packages that you use into your project, into this small little
Dependency
environment,
gets
is
you.
really, really important. And as you start working for bigger companies, you'll notice that in your workplace, they're definitely going to be using this system.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking for me. Let's take a break, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, pretty much like to isolate. Oh, wait. A day 12 May. I like that pretty much better. Okay, so update. Yes, yes, yes. Pretty much the same thing. Save and that's it.
Welcome back. Now we're going to be spending a good chunk of this course building some projects and using some built-in Python modules, as well as using some popular third-party libraries from Python Package Index. However, I wanted to just show you a quick video on some of the useful modules that I personally like in the built-in modules.
Useful model. Oh, built-in. Okay.
Some of these really useful modules actually allow us to have more data types in Python. Remember
Like
at
date,
the beginning of the course where I talked
date
about
and
the data
time,
types
because
that
I need that.
and then we learned about classes and how we're able to create our own data types, our own objects in Python. But we also have these specialized data types that come as, well, built into this Python standard library, which are really, really nice. And this can make our programs really, really powerful. Now,
Okay.
they're specialized because you're not going to see them everywhere, but it's good to know that they exist, and I'm going to go over some of my favorite. The first one I'm going to show you is the collection module. So the collection module is from collection or collections. And there's three things that I really like here. So I'm going to say import. I'm going to import the counter, the default dictionary, and then the ordered dictionary. Now notice how some of them are classes because they're capital letters, and some of them look to be just a function. And you can read up
Functions.
on the collections module by just, again, scrolling through here,
Okay.
just looking at collections, and you can see all the ones that we have. So in these
Okay.
collections, let's start off with the first one.
Counter.
Counter is extremely useful. Let's say I have a list that contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want to count how many items in a list. If I do print counter,
Let.
see over here what it does. But essentially, if I give it a list and click run, all right, what just happened here? It creates a dictionary where 1 has 1, 2 has 1, 3 has 1. What if we add another 7 here? Let's say 7. If I click run, did you see that? 7 now has 2. So what it does is it creates a dictionary that keeps track of how many times an item occurred in an iterable.
Wait,
7, how many times a dictionary.
counter object is not the dictionary. Well, it's a counter object, but internally looks like a dictionary. I guess the methods for the counter object are the ones that make it special. Okay, so 7, 2. Why 7, 2? What does counter do? 7, 2. 1 is giving it 1. 1, 2, 2, 1. 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. I guess it's counting how many times do the keys or the values on the list repeat themselves.
That keeps track of how many times an item occurs.
How many times
in an interval.
occurs?
So that 7 occurred twice, so 7 has a value of 2.
Oh,
We can use this
it's
is let's say we have a
counting.
sentence. And say in the sentence, I want to check, well, let's just write something. I'll say blah, 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 thinking about Python. If I was to do a counter here, and let's say give it sentence, if I click run, check that out. I see
Oh,
which
every character.
letter occurred the most.
Letter,
In our
okay.
case, H occurred 5 times, space occurred 5 times, and then B occurred 4 times. And this is really, really cool. Because this type of calculation of a counter, of turning an item like a list into what we call a hash map or a dictionary like this to keep count, is actually a very
It's a
useful
hash
function
map.
that you see all over programming. It actually helps a lot with optimization problems. Now, we're not going to get into it there, but I just wanted to show you that counter is something that is really, really useful. If you want to count duplicate users or duplicate emails, counter can be really, really useful. What about the next one? Default dict. God, that's a really hard word to say. All right. So let's say we have a dictionary here, and this dictionary will have, well, a very insignificant dictionary. We'll have A1 and B2. What a simple dictionary.
Okay.
Now in here, I can say dictionary dot or bracket A, and I'll be able to grab the value, right?
Yeah.
If I click run, oh, and okay, that's called dictionary, right? Let's fix that.
Yeah.
That's better. Let's comment this out for now because we don't need this. You'll see that I get a value of 1. But if I try to access something that doesn't exist, like C, I'll get an error. With a default dictionary, I'm actually going to get a default value if something doesn't exist. So let's convert this into a default dictionary, like this.
Okay.
And now if I run this, we get an error. First argument must be callable or none. So what default dict does,
Calla-
it allows us to access a key
calla.
like this, but give it a default value. In our case, we need to give it something like a callable object in here. And callable means
Callable
something like
object.
a function that can be called. So if I do run, I get 0. Why is that? Well, when I
Okay.
run int like this with nothing inside of it, we get 0.
We get 0.
So a shorthand way, because this is going to be run, is to give
It's
it
a
a function that
function.
we're not going to use. So let's just do
Okay.
a lambda and just give it,
Yeah.
let's say, 5.
5.
So now if I run this, let's do dictionary here, run, oh, and let's try and grab, it
Okay.
doesn't exist. If I click run, I get 5. So this is a common pattern you see with default dict. We just give it a value or a callable object. In our case, we're just giving it this function, a lambda function, that simply returns 5. So I can even say in here, does not exist. The second parameter will be whatever we want. And if I hit run,
No. Run.
I get does not exist.
Does
even though I
not
have the same
exist.
key that, well, doesn't exist. Now, if I do A here and I click run, everything works. I still get 1. And if I do B, I get run as well. Again, another useful little data type. Next one is ordered dict. And this one is another interesting one. An ordered dictionary retains the order that you insert into a dictionary. Let me show you. So if we have, let's say, dictionary, and this dictionary will be an ordered dictionary. So this is how we create it. Now, in here, if I do D equals to A, and this is going to equal to 1, and then D, B is going to equal to 2, and I now copy this and make a second dictionary. Let's say D2, 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 and I check, hey, print, does D2 equal D? Remember, this is going to check for the values. If I run this, I get true. Yep, there you go.
Why?
If I change the order of insertion here, and I click run, I get false. Sorry, this is not the same thing because it maintains the order. If this was a regular dictionary, so let's say instead
It's going to be different every. It's going to be false every time.
We'll just do a simple C here that has let's say,
Yeah.
100, and do the same for this one as well.
Yeah.
D2 equals to this. If
It's
I
going
now
to be
run this,
false.
I get
It's true.
because all the keys and values are the same. With a regular dictionary, we don't really care. There's no order. And I mentioned this before too, right? A dictionary in Python has no sense of order. Although when we print out the keys, we might get things in order. As our dictionary gets larger and larger, there's no guarantee
okay.
that when we print out all the keys that we're going to get them in order. In the case of an ordered dictionary though, we get that guarantee. Now there are some performance implications for those. However, overall,
Ordered
it can be useful in some
dictionary.
situations. All right, a few more to go through, but this video is getting long. So let's take a break and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Did with Python dictionaries. Oh, okay. Recently, Python has made dictionaries ordered by default. So unless you need to maintain older version of Python older than 3.7, you no longer need to use ordered dict. So you can just use regular dictionaries. Okay, let's try that actually. Let's try that one. PyYoke. PyYoke is cool. And actually you can do fun stuff with this. Oh, hello, by PlayX, BT PlayX. Welcome to the stream. I'm learning Python, by the way, if you are wondering. I was thinking about combining this joke package with the tweet package, so I can actually tweet the stuff automatically and tweet even when I'm not there, actually. If I figure out how to make this work, because I guess I need to get my token from the Twitter developed website, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't see anything here. Getting started, maybe? Sign up for the Twitter API. Oh, okay. There is something called Essential Access. Getting access, I just need to sign up for free. Access to Twitter API version 2. I don't even know what this is. I wonder if I can just tweet something. Tweet caps retrieve up to... this is nothing. What? Oh, 500,000 tweets per month. Okay, I guess. It's not much. But I get it. I guess they don't want us to data mine the entire Twitter too fast, I guess. Filter stream rule limit. What is this? I don't get it. Well, these are limits, I guess. If I really want something else, I need to pay something, I guess. It seems that it's for free. I guess I need to sign up here or something. I don't know. Okay, looks like it's not working right now. Anyway, I had 2 minutes left. Let's see. Oh, I was going to try the Python dictionary sorter. Yeah, but first, let's copy this one here. Okay, now let's make a new one here. 8. Okay. So let's create a new. It seems like it's already by default. Those are ordered. So if I do, I guess, dictionary 1, and if I make it like this, A, you're going to be 1. B, you're going to be 2. And if I copy this, this should be equal. Okay, let's try this one. Name A is not defined. I made a mistake here. Come on, mouse, move. Okay, it's true. What if I change the order? B is going to be equals 2 and A is going to be equal 1. That's true also. Okay, I have a chance for a big break now, I guess. Okay, I am under the clock here, so let's try.
¡Oh, soy fuerte! ¡Prepárense! ¡Oh, soy fuerte!
Yeah, I wonder if you can with the stuff, you know? Because if that's the case, the first thing I'm going to do is to combine PyJoke with a tweet package for Python, and I can actually automate tweeting and stuff. So I want to automate tweeting jokes. Whoa, what the hell?
Protegeré. Irule.
In my opinion, Zelda's voice in Latin American Spanish is way better.
Ya.
Oh,
Se acabó. ¡Fuego!
there we go.
Ya. Prepárense. ¡Al ataque! Explosión.
Interesting. I don't really remember how to play with the bow.
¡Con este poder! ¡Prepárense! ¡Se acabó! ¡Al ataque! ¡Con este poder! ¡Oh, soy fuerte! ¡Allá voy! ¡Ahora!
Oh, the camera is really bad here. Let's just step back a little bit.
¡Explosión!
Now I need to be way closer.
¡Fuego! ¡Prepárense! ¿Ya? ¡Oh,
Así se hace.
And this is level up. Nice.
¡Ya! ¡Eso es! ¡Se acabó!
Okay, that's the first one. I think that I'm going to need to swap in order to gain time, because it's going to take me a long time to get from place to place. Well, that's the idea, to basically use PyJokes in combination with tweet in order to tweet jokes automatically, maybe once every hour or something like that.
¡Ya! ¡Al ataque! ¡Con este poder! ¡Ya! ¡Ya! ¡Oh, soy fuerte!
I wonder what this does.
¡Prepárense! ¡Oh, soy fuerte!
Yeah, I'm not doing this fast enough.
¡Con este poder!
Ah, a guardian. No.
Protegeré. Irule. ¿Ya? Protegeré. Irule. Se acabó.
And dead.
¡Al ataque!
I need to read the descriptions for the combos for Zelda because I don't really remember how to play with Zelda. And now, I think it's time for... Let's take Zelda here. And now, who's this? Link? Let's take Link over here too. Oh! Wait, where is your mom? Oh, I see.
Alteza. Sí. Urbosa.
There we go. Let's get there fast. How much time do we have? 9 minutes. And here we go. Okay, let's charge.
Hay que aprovechar ahora. Ahora sí llegó la hora.
That's the Guardian. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Whoa. Nice. Okay. Let's try...
Yo me encargo.
Where is Zelda, dude?
En marcha.
I wonder if I have something that makes me go faster. Yeah, I need to go. That's the last point. Okay, I have 8 minutes. So maybe I don't really need to rush that much.
Ya. Prepárense. Con este poder.
It doesn't do that much damage. Or maybe I'm not doing the combo correctly. That's probably it.
Ya. Se acabó. Con este poder. Lo hice. ¡Al ataque!
Okay, there is a hole over here. Whoa, there is something hidden here, isn't it? Ah, that's the, yeah, I know what this is. Oh, there is nothing hidden here. Yeah, I know where I am now. Wait, I can go here. Yeah, yeah, I know where this is. Oh my god, here's the camp.
Ahora.
I know there is something hidden here.
Explosión.
Nah, they didn't put it there. Okay. Well, okay, so let's go straight for it. I had 6 minutes, so it's not that bad.
¡Oh, soy fuerte!
There are some boxes over here. Can I break them? Yeah. Okay. Whoa! Watch it.
Protegeré. Irule.
end.
Irule.
He's a third one, huh? Okay. Stand back a little bit. Oh wait. There we go. Ah, somebody hit me. Oh, watch it. I think I have one fire. There we go. Whoa, that was close.
Explosión.
Nah, it's very short range. I need to be really close. There we go. Oh, watch it.
Eso es.
Nah, too soon. There we go. I think that's it. And GG.
Victoria es mía.
Wait, that's not the end? What the hell?
Urbosa.
A sus órdenes, Alteza. Ahora sí llegó la hora.
Uh-oh, I have 4 minutes and that wasn't the end.
Simplemente. Esto es inaceptable
Wow.
para una guerrera.
Oh, crap.
Todo explotará. Esto es inaceptable para una guerrera.
Dude, I'm about to die. Oh, there we go. There is somebody else?
Inmóviles.
Okay, I didn't hit it. What? Uh-oh, wrong button. I'm about to die.
Eso es todo. No me sorprende. El témpano de hielo.
Oh, that was close. No,
Eso es todo.
nah, I'm not going to be there in time.
Ahora sí llegó la hora.
Yeah, it's not going to be on time.
Simplemente. Qué mala suerte toparse conmigo. ¡Fuera de mi vista!
Nah, I'm not gonna make it. What?
¡Se acabó! Lo siento.
Come on. Oh,
Para una guerrera.
okay.
No me sorprende. Esto es
What?
inaceptable para una guerrera.
Well, I got to go anyway. And I don't have any more. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Okay, let's go back to work. I think my HDMI splitter is having some issues here, but anyway. So he's telling me that after Python 3.7, I no longer need to use order dictionary. You can use just a regular dictionary. But
create a dictionary, and we'll just we'll just do a simple C here that has, let's say,
okay, he's making us assignments.
100. And do the same for this one as well. D2 equals to this. If I now run this, I get true. Because all the keys and values are the same. With a regular dictionary, we don't really care. There's no order. And I mentioned this before too, right? A dictionary in Python has no sense of order. Although when we print out the keys, we might get things in order. As our dictionary gets larger and larger, there's no guarantee that when we print out all the keys that we're going to get them in order. In the case of an ordered dictionary though, we get that guarantee. Now there are some performance implications for those. However, overall, it can be useful in some situations.
Okay, but I'm not getting the same result here. Maybe I'm not doing the same thing. Okay, he's instantiating an empty. Okay, let's do that. Instead of doing this, let's make an empty dictionary first. And I guess dictionary 1. Now I'm going to make some indexes like this. A is going to be equals to 1. And B is going to be equal to 2. And now for dictionary 2, I'm going to do the same basically. Net the dictionary. But now I'm going to be using B is equal to 2. And A is equal to 1. And I'm going to print out if those are equal. They are equal, so the order doesn't really matter. So I didn't understand correctly then. Okay, there is an entry. There is a blog post. These are now ordered. Get used to it. Okay. There are several moments over the past few weeks. Okay, that I heard people discuss differences between Python lists and dets. And one of the first ones mentioned was that lists are ordered and dets are not. Well, not anymore. Quoting the docs referenced above, dictionary order is guaranteed to be insertion order. This behavior was an implementation detail in C Python from 3.6. So you want to discuss fundamental differences, how and why. A plain hash table holds both keys and values in a pseudo-random order, determined by hashes calculated from keys. It is also sparse with unoccupied holes in pre-allocated array. Okay. Since version 3.6, C Python holds keys and values in a separate dense array, while the hash table itself only holds indexes into that. Okay. Since the entries array is populated sequentially, it naturally ensures the order. As far as I know, the initial reason for this change was saving space by sharing hash tables of multiple debts with the same set of keys, which in Python means instances of the same class. For example, I don't know the exact politics of how this useful property progressed from an implementation detail to a guaranteed behavior. Okay, dictionary in versus list. Okay. Okay, I don't think it's working as intended in my case. Because I am inserting. Maybe I may like to print out did one. Well, the order, it matters. The order matters, but for what I'm seeing here, it's still considering the dictionary is the same, regardless of order. So that's weird. I wonder if I can compare the order. Well, the dictionary seems to be the same, but not with the same order. I wonder what happens if I change a value. I guess that's going to make it false because of the values. And now it's true. Yeah, it's weird. Well, the insertion order does matter. I'm getting this. I'm getting the order or the sequence of the insertions defining the order of the attributes. But for comparing, well, dictionary seems to be, if they had the same keys and they hold the same values, they seem to be the same no matter the order. Okay, is this over? Okay.
Another really useful module that you might use actually quite often in your programming career is the date time module.
Oh, nice.
And as the name suggests, it allows
I
you
need
to
that.
manipulate date values, which is really, really useful. So let me just show you quickly how that would work. I can say from date time. And in here, well, there's a ton of functionality, but you can do simple things like date time dot time and give it in here some options. Oh, and make sure I import here like that. So that now if I look at time, print here, if I click run, I get a time of 0. But if I in here, let's say I do the time is 5:45 and let's say 2 seconds. If I click run, I get 5:45 and 2 seconds. I get
okay.
So I can create time objects here, which is really, really nice.
Time
Another
objects.
useful one is the date. And date gives us some really useful things like today.
Okay.
What's today? Well, today, hint, hint, this is when I'm recording this video.
That's what I wanted to know. So this course is at least 22, 21, 20. Oh my God, it's at least 3 years old already. So this course is not recorded in 2022, as the name may imply. Yeah, because it's a complete Python developer 2022. So I'm basically consuming a course that has been recorded 3 years before. And it's actually, that's not a bad thing in this case, because I haven't found meaningful differences between what he's teaching and against what I'm requiring to learn. So far, this course holds up very good. There is no issues right now. But yeah, it's a little bit concerning that they are selling this as a complete Python developer in 2022 when the videos are at least 3 years old. I guess that maybe the author added new content to the course that may justify it, but I don't know. At least I'm getting the value out of it. That's important.
So I get a date object that I can now use, which is really useful. Maybe a user signs up for your startup, and you want to make sure that when they sign up, you want to keep track of what day they started on. Maybe they got a membership and it expires in 30 days. Well, we can use the datetime module to keep track of that. And there's lots of things that we can do with dates. As you can imagine, there's things like time zones and different time data that we can manipulate. Very, very useful. I almost forgot this one, but remember when we built our decorator, our performance decorator that measures how long of a time a function takes? Well, we used a module here, didn't we? And this is another one of my favorite modules. It's the time module, and we can use it like this. It tells us the time And we can use 2 instances of the time to essentially figure out what the difference between the time instances are. Again, another really useful one. All right, I think we have time for one more because these videos could last forever. I could just keep showing you these, but like I said, these are modules that you're going to use whenever a need arises. You're going to start Googling and find out, hey, I need to get date information. Well, you're going to start Googling and find out that there's a date module or there's a date pi package. All right, the last one is called an array. And an array package that we can use from, well, the array module. Now in here, what is an array? And this is something that I may have mentioned because lists in Python are sometimes called arrays in other languages. But
arrays.
You see, lists in Python are what we call just dynamic. That is, anytime we need data into a list, we can make it as big as we want. We can just incrementally increase this list and fill up our memory. And we've seen that before when we try to, let's say,
it's going to be faster that way.
Arrays that Python gives us actually take up less memory and perform faster. So if you have a large list, and let's say you don't want to use generators, you can improve it with an array. And that is because when we create an array, it sets how much memory we can use in our machine. Now, this is a pretty big computer science topic. You can learn about arrays online or some of my other courses. But for now, the way we would use it is like this. We'd say array, and we first have to give it a type code. So a type code with an array is what type of data is this array going to hold? And this is part of the optimization. By telling it what type of data we're going to hold, the memory is better used. So for example, if I go to the array module in here, you see that we have different type codes. And if I wanted, let's say, an integer, so that is if I want a signed int, or maybe I want a float. And usually we want something like a signed int, so this is a Python integer. It shows you what the minimum size is.
A signed int.
Let's say we just want small numbers.
Wow.
So I can say, hey, the type code is going to be I. It's going to be a signed integer, and then I'm just going to give it 1, 2, 3. So now, if I have an array like this, and I print array, if I click run, there you go. We have an array, but I can access it just like I would a list. Very, very cool. And this is a little bit more performant than lists. Again, you don't want to use generators if you have a massive list. This is a quick, easy way to optimize your code. The possibilities are endless. There are so many packages that we can use, so many built-in tools. The key thing is searching for it and looking for it when the problem arises, but there's no way that you can memorize all of these. As you progress through your career, there'll be certain ones that keep coming up that you'll just get used to, but you just have to trust.
Unless I know it
experience and as you code more and more. So the best way to learn these is to just keep coding. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Developer Fundamentals 6. Is this the end of the chapter, of the section? Looks like it.
Let's get into another developer fundamental, and that is pros and cons of libraries. You want to be careful with packages because it's not always good to use them. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, these packages are created by developers and programmers. You can have people that are creating really, really good packages, but also people that are creating bad packages that may be buggy and don't work well. So you have to develop that skill to make sure you're able to see, hey, this package is really popular, or this package is being maintained, or this library is really popular with the community, so most likely it's a good package to use. So this is a skill that you need to develop. Also, keep in mind that every time you add a library to, let's say, your project, you're adding more and more code, which means more and more bytes of data. So your project gets heavier and heavier and heavier. So that's also something that you want to consider. Before you're importing a library, ask yourself this: could I just write this myself? You usually want to pull in a library when writing something from scratch yourself is going to be really time consuming and you don't have the expertise in that area. At the same time, it's what makes programming so powerful, right? Because we don't have to start everything from scratch. And most of the time, when you're working as a developer, what you're doing is essentially matching and pulling in different libraries and getting them to all work together. A lot of your work is going to involve working with these libraries, reading the documentation of these libraries, and figuring things out as you go, as you try and build a useful tool by combining everything together. So there's pros and cons to everything. And this is just something that you will develop as you progress through your career. Just keep an open mind, be careful of using just any library, but also learn to read library documentation, learn how to use all these different tools to combine to create something useful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
How to debug code. Okay. So what time is it? It's 2 p.m. Wow, the entire morning went by. Okay, so I am on section 11. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to stop the stream right here. I'm going to take a long break, maybe an hour. When I come back, I'm going to start with section 12, debugging. Wait, no, never mind that. It's just one video. Yeah, never mind. Let's continue. Although it's going to look funny, I'm going to stop it anyway, and I'm going to make a new stream and restart the stream.